Welcome back to the channel. My name is Steven. I'm a pharmacist. I own 52 units of real estate and help coach people to buy their first multifamily deal. So today I want to talk about an offer I'm making for a new construction property in Huntsville, Alabama. I'm trying to do a new construction burr on the property. And I kind of want to share with you the numbers. So it was originally listed for $330K and they already dropped the price by $40,000 to $290 because it's the end of the quarter and Lennar needs to hit their quotas. And it's tough for builders now because interest rates are higher. It's hard for people to qualify for the primary residence given the interest rates. So people are falling out of escrow and they have to meet their quarterly quotas to appease the shareholders. So I know Lennar is getting burned because it's hard to make money as a builder. So I can take advantage of this opportunity to make a good deal and get a good deal. So they want $290. And what I've been doing is I've been basically I've been offering all cash, but 25 to 30% less than what they're asking for. So they're asking for $290. I'm offering $220. So $70K less than what they offer for. So basically what I do is, okay, so I'm buying at $220K all cash, 25% discount. And what I want to do is I want to do a 25% loan to value cash out refi. So I'm basically going to pull up my $220 cash or most of my money. It's going to be a 7% interest rate because I'm probably going to do a debt service coverage ratio lender. And I want to be able to cash flow this property, and I know the rent is $2,100 a month. So I put it into a calculator, and I calculated that the mortgage was roughly around $1,500 principal and interest. So $220K at 7% interest is about $1,500, and then between property tax, HOA, insurance, it's going to be another $400. So it's about $1,900, and this rents for about $2,200. So after property management, it's going to pretty much break even, not factoring in some CapEx and some vacancies, but I don't think there's going to be much CapEx because it's new construction. So I'm not really going to bake in for that. So I think I would cash flow roughly about $100 a month, which just call it, emergency reserve fund. So call it a break even deal. So I basically bought this deal with roughly about $80,000 into equity day one. And I can rent it out and it breaks even, makes a little cash flow. And I put out all my capital on the deal without doing any renovation. So this is the new construction burr. So if I can do that, I would buy multiple of these properties. And I'm transparent with Lennar. I'm like, hey, if I'm just going to knock off 25, 30% off your offer price, your asking price, and that's my cash offer. And as long as the numbers can work for me in terms of the rental income, I'm happy to do that. I'm happy to do that, right, all day. So let's see if it works because, and I'll tell Lennar, like, yeah, I don't know what their profit margin is per home or if they just want to get rid of inventory, but if your profit margin is less because of me, I'm willing to buy more to make up for that. So I'm almost like a Costco buyer where I'm buying in bulk, where I'll literally buy it, close on it, and it should be a fast close because I buy in cash. There's no loan contingency. It just do a quick inspection, should be fine because it's a new construction, get things fixed here and there. Do the title process, notarize paperwork, probably take about maybe 3 to 4 weeks to close. I'm going to get a tenant in there and then engage a lender to do a cash out refinance. So it should be a pretty fast process, right? It's a fast process for doing that. And then basically I pull my money and then I buy the next property. So that's kind of the strategy that I've been doing or want to do. And I hope it works out. But, the Lennar has to be willing to give me a 25 to 30% discount. So, for me, I'm like, why wait for the crash of 25%? Just offer 25 to 30% less now. And if the numbers work at a 7% interest rate, well, if interest rates drop, what's that going to mean? My value is going to go up. My principal and interest is going to go down. My cash flow is going to go up. And I have zero money in this deal because I bought it right. So the key is you want to buy it right. You have to buy the property right to make it work, right? So it's kind of the key concept that I've been trying to hit is you want to make sure you buy right. So that's kind of the mindset that I have. And like I said, and make offers that make sense for you and only you. And if they say, and get used to people saying no to your offer because it works for you, but it may not work for them. But if it works for you and it works for them, you have a deal. So that's what I'm trying to do. And I'll tell them like, dude, if I literally get this happen, I'll rent this out, I'll buy another one. And my realtor's going to love me because she's going to get more property managers that she's going to manage. And if I have more properties under management, I'm going to negotiate a lower rate, hopefully. And then she's going to get commission, right? Whatever, bring me the deal. And then Lennar will just meet their quotas and sell properties. right? I'll just give me a 25% discount and then like work with me and build a relationship with me, right? So they'll know that like in a pinch, they can work with me and I'll close on the deal to help meet their quotas. So I want to build a relationship with the Lennar director of that region who's making the call to approve the cash offer. So I want to build a relationship with them. And it's funny, my property manager actually rented out one of the properties to him. So she knows who he is and is building a relationship with them. So, with that relationship, that's how I close on deals. So I'm leveraging the realtor for their relationships. Otherwise, they don't provide value. But if they give me relationships and bring me good deals, they provide a lot of value, right? But like I said, 90% of realtors are not good, but you have to find the 10% that are good. So, hopefully, luckily I found one that works with investors and she's good. But I do have to prompt her, right? Like I'm a very proactive person, so I will prompt her and we'll engage her and we'll push the envelope. So, so I'm hoping that works because like I told Christine, like we'll buy deals like this all day if that's the case. Like we'll buy it all day. Like just send me the deals, the rent works, I'll buy it. I'll be unemotional about it. Numbers work, buy it, pull up my money. As long as I have my money, I'll buy the next one. Right? So, I just buy one at a time, wait till I get my money back, have it leased out, and then look for the next deal. And then, rinse and repeat that process. And then who knows, maybe I'll get a bunch of these new build constructions and without doing any renovation because I'm just buying it right? So like I'm taking advantage of the fact that the builders need to hit their quotas, that they're struggling. So, they're just trying to hit that. So, that's why I kind of am liking this buyer's market. Like I can dictate, hey, I'll give you all cash, which is your incentive. This is my offer. Let's work together. Hopefully they'll counter me and see how low they'll go. And then I'll counter that again and then move up a little bit. And then maybe we'll meet somewhere in the middle that it'll work. Right? So like I'm asking for 220. Maybe they give me 240. I'll say, I'll give you 230. Deal done. I'll close. So that's really how easy it can be. Right? That's easily how easy it can be. At that point, it doesn't matter, will it get rented out? At that point, like, will it get rented out? Will it do well? Or will it not do well? So once it's rented out and it's stabilized, then I'll buy another one. And I wouldn't buy in the same community. I'd buy in different communities so I can diversify amongst different communities, right? To mitigate my risk. And I said, worst case, if the house is paid off, like you're not stressed, even if it takes a while to rent it out, you're not stressed because there's no expenses really besides property tax, HOA, some utilities. Otherwise, it's nothing. So that's really kind of the mindset that I've had and the goal I had. And like, that's why I said, like, I'm a person who just wants to buy good deals. Like, I don't need to buy real estate, but if it's a good deal or a great deal, I'll buy. Otherwise, I don't need to buy. But if it's a great deal, great. And I'll make an offer to the point where it's a great deal for me. And I told my realtor that, I'm like, if I get it at 220, it's a home run deal for Steven. I'm not sure if Lennar will like it, but it's a home run deal for Steven. Or if they negotiate somewhere in the middle, then that's it, right? And then I'll buy more of these deals. So that's really like the mindset that I want you guys to have, is like make an offer where it's the deal of the year, the deal of the century that works for you. Because I'm like, if I can make this deal work when interest rates are 7%, imagine when interest rates are lower. Like I'll make it work. And I buy at such a low, cheap cost basis. If I buy at $220K, my property tax will be less. My insurance will be the same, HOA will be the same, but my property tax will be less. And then like eventually I can refinance to lower my rate later. So that's what I say, real estate's a long-term game. So if I can get like 10 to 15 of these and sell half, pay off the other half, like I'm good for the rest of my life, right? Just with these single family homes, and then not much CapEx, not much maintenance in these properties. So like, and then I diversify my risks later because I own more properties and then I'm not hinging on like one or two things. So that's really my goal, right? That's really my goal and what I want to do. So just sharing that with Lennar, like I'm transparent, like, hey, like this works for me. What works for you? Let's negotiate something in the middle, right? So I like that transparency because I hate wasting time, right? Like time is very valuable to me. I hate wasting time. So that's how I operate. Yes, it sounds cold, but I just want to get, this is my offer, take it or leave it, negotiate, we'll work together. And if we can come to a price where it makes sense for me in terms of cash flow and it makes sense for you in terms of a price, let's make the deal happen. So anyways, hopefully you found value from this video. Just kind of want to share the breakdown of the numbers on my property that I've been eyeing. Hopefully it works. And if it does work, then, maybe I'll give an update and, show some pictures of the property. I don't think I'll fly out to see it. Maybe, but like, at least to check out the property. But it would be cool if I could fly out to like record inside the property to just show you what the property looks like on the inside, outside, with my property manager and all that. So, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll make a trip out there if I can buy enough, right? And I can get the time off. But anyways, if you want one-on-one coaching, you want mentorship, you want courses, click on my link tree. From there, you can have links to all the above, and you can send me an email if you want a discount code or you want to reach out to me. Any questions? Otherwise, please like, comment, subscribe. Hope to see you in the next one. Thank you so much.